welcome to another episode of Regional Property Unplugged. I just got tongue-tied. Are we sideways? We don't know. I'm just gonna
Are we
check.
Sideways?
We're always sideways. Let's have a look. I'm actually looking forward to this episode. While I'm doing this, I'll check. Give us the wrap up for the weekend. How did it go?
The weekend was busy again.
Yes,
And following Easter, it's been solid. You know, I thought, maybe it might sort of slow down. Are we sideways?
Nope.
No,
We're
perfect.
good.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
It's really, there's a lot of speculation that it might slow down, and I think it may have slightly, but there's still there's people nipping at heels, big time, and so I think the market's still in really good stead.
Yep.
There's plenty of good stock coming on too.
Yep.
So there's definitely a lot of buyers now celebrating that, finally getting a house after missing out, which I mentioned last week. So
you're right. Actually, my nail technician actually said to me, like, they've been wanting to get a property for months and months and months, and they finally got one.
Yeah,
it's just like, it is just the biggest relief. So it's, that's what's happening in Mildura. But it's not just Mildura, is it? Like,
nah, it's absolutely everywhere. It's, and that's why there is the bit of talk about potentially changing law, changing some reforms on tax for investors to slow the investor market down. Yeah. So if that happens, it give more opportunity for the first home buyers. Yeah, for sure. So there's a bit of that. But look, as far as Mildura goes, it's flying. Still lots of buyers coming in. We did a live from Ballard Avenue a few weeks ago. We've closed that sale today. That closes today at 2:00.
Fantastic.
We've had 40 to 50 buyers through that. The capacity, the amount of buyers that are looking to spend up in that price range, which it continues to surprise me. There's a lot of people looking for that real big next step up with big properties, sheds, pools, big houses.
Land.
So I think so. So
when before we get onto the topic, just quickly, so you know how Mildura is growing faster than we're selling. Yeah. Is there? I think it was late last year that we're talking about. There's no land left.
There's not a lot. No.
Is that still the case?
Pretty much. Land with titles is the issue. So for first home buyers to be able to access the grants from the government, it needs to be titled by June. Okay. Or at least the building start. You had to have a contract signed up with a builder. So that's the issue. There's lots of land coming up. There's a lot of subdivisions. People will see a lot of subdivisions around town where there's graders happening, but it's all about when it's going to be available to start that build process. Yeah. So
it's not done. It's not finished. Mildura hasn't run out of land.
No. We've got plenty of land.
That's good.
So
good. Yeah. Excellent.
Right. This is all you today.
It is.
I love it. It's so good.
Today. Yeah.
We're talking about
furniture. Yeah. How to choose the right furniture.
And this is not just for staging for a home. This is just everyday living, right?
Everyday living. And I think it's a really cool subject because basically there's a lot of pressure for people to buy and create spaces
you enjoy
the coffee. Create spaces that are dictated by the trends, and trends are there to inspire, not dictate. And so it's kind of like, you don't have to have anything basically. It's just, that your home is to be there to be the hug as you walk in the door. It doesn't have to be on the front of any magazine cover. It doesn't have to be a display home. A home created to suit your family, to suit the functions, to suit you who you are. Like, not everyone has the same style. The way you live. And so choosing key furniture, key pieces for your home is essential when we think about what we use the most. So I wanted to talk quickly and briefly about the furniture pieces that we use the most, starting with the dining table.
I use the couch the most.
Oh, do you?
No, not really.
You sleep on the couch. Honestly, the dining table is the matriarch of the home, right? It's where we do our homework, where we meals, family gatherings, we entertain there, we have family meetings there.
Discuss the day that was there.
It's just, and we just, sometimes walk in the door and throw our bags down on there, and it collects all the clutter and all that sort of stuff. So how do we choose a piece? Well, all the pieces that I'm going to mention today is all about, I guess, you know, making sure it fits. And that's a pretty given, making sure it fits in the home. But not just like wall to wall. You have to make sure there's room for thoroughfare.
Yeah.
So you can get around it, walk from one room to the other without having to go around it as well. That makes for really cool fundamental, you know, for design. And also, it's up to you guys. Like, it's up to, if you want something that's going to be really precious, do you put the plastic covers over to, you know,
Do you?
or, you know, or do you just like let it live out its days with you, growing as a family, growing as a couple, whatever it is. And if it gets dents in it, if it gets texture marks in it, doesn't matter. So it's weighing up what you're prepared to have happen to your investment.
So it's basically, do you want a showpiece?
Yeah.
Or do you want something that's going to serve a really good purpose?
Yeah.
Or both?
Yes.
You can have both, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you don't flip out the kids when they scratch the table?
That's it. But it's also investing in that it's going to be good condition, that it's not going to be rickety.
Yeah, true.
You know, that it's actually going to, the kids aren't going to just one day sit on there and it fall from under them, you know. You've got to make sure that it's, you know, well done. And as well as your chairs. Your chairs, you're sitting on them all the time. So they need to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Need to be ergonomical so that, you know, they're not too short. You're not eating your dinner up here.
So what's trend? Rectangle, square, round?
Oh, this is all about taste, isn't it?
It depends on the room too, doesn't it?
Depends on the room. I don't think square is what's on trend, but if, like I said, it's not there. It's there to inspire. So I love round.
Yeah.
I think round is beautiful. You can ergonomically, it fits more people.
Yep.
And it looks really good. You can walk around it easily, no corners, especially if you have little kids that are walking around. You know, and it's gorgeous. It looks really cool. You can have a nice pendant over the round table, make a statement out of that. So that's really cool. And then there's the lounge, like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time on the lounge. I do, I must admit. At the end of the day, I'm on it flat out, with whether I've got my laptop on and I'm still working, or whether I'm reading a book or watch a telly, or just cuddling the kids. So, you know, you're on your lounge suite a lot, and as we get older, we should look after our backs and our bodies. And
Not
so,
me.
no, yeah. So we'll see. So I think that's really important, that it is functional as well as very, very comfortable. And when you're going to buy these pieces, ask the salespeople lots of questions.
Yeah.
If there's furniture, I was going to say property. If there's furniture that's got really good warranties and guarantees, then you know it's good quality.
Yeah.
If it's only got a 12-month guarantee, I'd steer clear, because I'm in 6 months' time, there's going to be a seat mark where you sit, like a bum mark where you're sitting in there.
Do you think we've got good choice here in Mildura for furniture?
Yeah.
Because I asked you bought some new stuff recently, and I said, where do you go? And you're like, just everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere.
For different things.
That's right. There's furniture homes and furniture stores that have, you know, a great range for every budget.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And you can get really good stuff that's, you know, you might have to order if it's something custom, you know, but yeah, you can go anywhere in Mildura. We don't have to shop outside of Mildura for really good furniture. I think it's the colour choices, because I guess being in Mildura, the furniture houses actually, they can't have every couch of every colour in their showroom. And so it's kind of like have something there that's, you know, that they can show what it is, and then you have to order like your
and
colour
then 4 months
range.
later it rocks up.
This is the thing.
See, that frustrates me.
Yeah.
Because I'm an impulse buy. If I decide tomorrow that I want to buy a couch or whatever it is, like I'd like to get it then.
Yeah.
That's the way I am. And I know other people like to study and...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Anyway,
and if
it can be a bit frustrating.
Well, it can be, and you can always ask if you can buy off the floor, but, you know, 9 times out of 10 you can't.
Yeah.
But it's because of the pandemic, and I know we can't really make it as an excuse for forever and ever more, but it has slowed things down even in the cities.
Yeah.
Like it really has slowed things down. There's things coming from overseas, you know, if we're not buying Australian made, that's taking a long time.
Yeah.
And even like one of my clients had, she ordered some beautiful chairs, and 5 months ago, and they've only just arrived.
Yeah.
And that was from a Melbourne store, you know. So they couldn't, you know. So, you know, it's all about patience. If you really want it,
But that's everything at
then
the moment.
It is.
Tradies,
it is.
everything.
Yeah. If you really want it and you got the good, you want the good quality, and it's something that you really love, then you wait for it.
Yeah. So what type of colours are on trend with furniture, like lounge suites? Does it depend on your house?
It does. It does. My
If someone's there, if someone's
yeah.
watching this, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm about to fit out a room.
Yep.
Like, what do they do? Where do they start? Because I think that's half the battle for a lot of people.
Well, your key pieces, the things that you're going to spend the most money on, that you're going to invest in, I would do them as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
If you are the type of person that would say, I've spent so much money on this, this is what's going to have to stay for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to change from it. I would keep that as neutral as possible, because if you think that, the peaches that are in now, the peaches and sages, as far as colour schemes are concerned, if you think that that's going to stay around and you're going to love that for 10, 15 years, by all means do it. But with my experience in 17 years doing this, I know that people move on every 2-3 years with their tastes and how things evolve. So you're better off with your key pieces to spend money on things that are absolutely neutral. And then if you're inspired by the trends of colour choices, you can use your accents like your cushions, your art, throw rugs, bowls, and things that you can decorate with that are easily changed.
Isn't it funny? Because when you style a home, it's often those final moments of doing that final decorating that brings it all together, right?
Yeah, it's a layering. So that's what
Is that what we call it?
Yeah, we call it layering.
Which is important, because you can throw a couch, dining room table, and they can look fantastic. But it's the little things that seem to make the difference.
Yeah.
It's the, whether it's lamps or whether it's throw rugs, like you said.
And
so people want to feel good when they come into their home at the end of the day. They want to walk in and I think that's what I see with you styling homes. Often I go in a year later and it's very similar.
Yeah.
Because they feel it. That's what they want.
It should feel like that. It should feel like, you just... Whew,
yeah.
As soon as you walk in. And it is the layering. And I know some people will make fun of all the cushions, how many cushions us women put on the bed or on the couch and stuff, but you take all those cushions away and see how bland it feels. And when they say less is more, sometimes more is more too, like layering with textures, especially in the winter months, to make things
more
cozy.
Pillows.
Yeah,
cushions.
Go for it, be comfortable and use them. Don't have them so that then they can't be used, just use them. It's like the
Joseph,
like the
I'm just saying, you keep going. You keep going. I'm just going to talk to the people.
Okay, you talk to the people.
Yeah.
It's like, use them. It's like the fine china that you've had in the cupboard for 25 years. It's just like, live for now.
See, I grew up and Mum had some furniture that we weren't allowed to sit on.
Yeah.
And it was like antique stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, you're not allowed to sit on that furniture. I was like, well, what's the point? What is the point of having furniture if we're not allowed to use it?
This is the thing.
And I still don't sit on that because I don't think we're allowed still. So, is that just a generation thing? Because if I said to my kids, all right, kids, see all that room there, you're not allowed to actually use any of that furniture. I think they'd go, what?
I know.
What are you looking at?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it's definitely different now, but we need to. Yeah, and I think this is where we.
If you're watching, Fran, I'm not happy about this.
I saw Fran going for what before. She's what was I going to say?
I don't know. Sorry.
Smart choices. Smart choices. Like if you have got young kids.
Yeah.
Get a leather couch or a faux leather couch that you can just wipe over, and not a white material one that you just can't get that one smudge off. You know, so a
lot of chocolate on our lounge suite at the moment after Easter.
I bet.
Yeah, our little one just grabs things and throws things at the moment.
I love kids.
Gotta be
They're
smart.
The best. Yeah,
Hey?
I love kids. They're the best.
Oh yeah, awesome.
When I can just give them back.
Yeah.
It's just smart choices, and really is about placement as well. So when you're selecting and you're measuring up couches and dining tables and beds, it's not will it just fit through the doorway and will it fit, from wall to wall. Make sure there's plenty of room. Placement is everything.
Yeah.
So make sure there's plenty of room. Measure twice, 3 times if you can.
Should we mention where we are?
Let's do that.
Yeah, so we're at a house that Shonah styled over the weekend in a really good inner city location, and it was nice to see the homeowner Ray come through last night.
That was cool, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I said to her, don't come through halfway through the process. You need to walk out when it's empty and then
Yes.
come back in once it's
Yes.
styled. And she was amazed.
Loved it.
And
Loved it.
you know, they did the renovations, and you know, for her to come through and just walk around in amazement of how well this house is.
Yeah. Yes.
Beautifully presented and styled.
Yep.
And I do the same thing. I always come in and go, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. And it's so clever. Like
Yes.
it's like, you know, just we're on this really good deck, and there's, you know, 1 minute there was a table, chairs upside down, and next minute it was placed beautifully, and it just works.
That's right,
And
exactly.
it is, like you said, it's all placement. But,
It is placement, yeah.
So yeah,
And just have a
that's a little sneak peek of what's going to hit the
Yeah,
market probably
absolutely.
tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. And like you said, the craftsmanship of this Reno
Yeah.
is this is the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, there you
to be
go.
honest.
Yeah,
it is
that's good.
amazing. So yeah,
Plus, it's got a 50 by 20 shed.
it's a massive shed.
It's right there.
It's right there. Yeah. I want to show everyone because it's really very cool, isn't
we
it?
can't.
I know you can't. I know he holds me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so-
it is. It's all about that that placement. I think that's people have been reaching out, haven't they, and sort of
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
look, we need help.
Yep.
We've spoken about our renos, and we stood on our concrete slab the other day, and we're like, where are we going to
That's
put
a
a
little-
couch? We got no idea. Like literally, like we're trying to work out where we're going to put the TV, and I don't know. It's just hard because then you got to go and buy stuff to match the place and the area, and it's not, if it's long and narrow, like how far, you know, it's
And you
it's
wait
a hard
till
thing. Like if you're
it's
not
really
doing
hard.
this every day, it's
Exactly.
tricky.
The thing is wait for the walls to come up. It's a funny process doing renos and building is because you go on the slab and you go, oh, where does all this fit? Then you put the frame up and then it's just like, whoa, this is massive.
Yeah.
And then the plaster goes up and it you know, feels smaller again. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you wait until, you know, you get some real feeling, like the plaster in the cornices up, doesn't need to be painted, but then you've got a real feel for it.
All right. So what's another big purchase that people, you know, that's important in, you know, styling a home?
Styling home. I think art's important.
Yeah.
Art's really, it's an expression of who you are, of what you love and what you're into. Not just having art for the sake of art. I think that I love to support local artists, especially. I love that, and you know, to invest in that. I mean, that's one of my goals, is to invest in a really cool piece by the First Nation people, because I absolutely love that, and they're part of my family as well. I think that's really cool. But whatever you're into, but also choosing colours that you love as well.
Yeah.
There's no point in having art that's got red in it and you just can't stand red.
Yeah.
You know. Because sometimes you'll go, oh yeah, I can live with it, but 6 months down the track, you just you know, you're just like, nah, I can't live with it, but I've spent all this money on it, I've got to have it. But everything's
Sell it and make some money.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. Yeah, you don't have to keep everything. You know, you can move things on and rehome them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really conscious consumerism as well. You know, do you buy just cheap furniture to throw out every 12 months? You know, you got to think about that ethically as well.
Well, I think back in the day, it was, you know, like when my parents, they bought their lounge suite, and the plan was it was probably going to last them 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
Things were made differently, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So I think that's probably, you know, they would save up for that.
Yes,
save
that's
up,
right.
and I think most people are a bit flippant with their possessions now.
Yes.
They will turn over stuff a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Buy, swap, sell it, off it goes.
Yes, that's right. Well,
So-
it's easier, isn't it? Like, you know.
And things are cheaper
That's right.
to purchase.
Exactly. That's it.
So-
But you know, if you want to be comfortable, really look into something that's, you know, really well made. It doesn't have to be a brand name.
Yeah.
But just really well made, and ask the
You
professionals.
pay for what you get, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. And it's
Anything
just
else?
There's nothing else really, and it's really like you're putting, you know, parts of your family, your travels, like tell a story. That's what, you know, if you don't know where to start in how to dress your home, to style your home so it is a reflection of you, my advice is always tell the story, where you've been, what you've done, where you're going to, you know, who you are as a family, and that can just change.
People
It can change things
they
around.
like to be proud of welcoming people into their home.
Absolutely. and love it. And when you love it, when you're absolutely happy in your home, everybody else is.
Yeah,
as
true.
Well.
Yeah. But if those kids scratch that table, we'll not be happy.
Plastic goes on the table at Mark's house. No plastic.
Cool.
No. So that's it. Yeah.
Very good. What's on for the rest of the week?
Lots of online stuff for me, lots of consulting. I have clients. I have a client in Arizona at the moment who's absolutely kicking some goals. Cool. It's amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
So
we've got a house in Magnolia coming up.
Yeah.
Yep, in a couple of weeks.
Yes, it's going to be fun. I love those streets over that side.
Yep.
Those little streets are beautiful.
Yep.
So we've got that coming up.
Character home.
Yeah.
Plenty of stuff from the real estate world too. So I think it's good. Everyone's and Mildura's up and about. Easter was awesome.
Was awesome.
I think it's going to be a great year.
New stores.
Yeah.
Anaconda that come up. That was good.
Haven't been there.
Haven't you?
No.
It's very cool.
There.
It's very cool. All right. Well,
cool. Good job.
Look out for this property when it comes up. When's that? Thursday.
Tomorrow or Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. I think we're ready to
good.
go. Videos and photos done last night.
Yes,
so
yes. It's going to be great. Awesome. Have an amazing day wherever you are. If you've got any questions, you know where to find us, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.
See you guys.